Proportions by Sumaya.mp4. Introduction to proportions. A ratio is a comparison between two values, 2 to 3. Ratios that describe the same numerical relationship are equivalent ratios. What are proportions? If two ratios are equal, they form a proportion. A proportion is a special form of algebra equation. It is used to compare the two ratios or make equivalent fractions. Finding equivalent ratios. To multiply or divide the numerator and denominator of the fraction by the same value, it is the same as multiplying the fraction by a form of 1. 12 over 18. If divide 6 by both sides, it equals 2 to 3. Multiplying by 1 does not change the value, so it's a good way to find equivalent ratios. Example 1. Find two ratios that are equivalent to a given ratio. A. 20 to 50. Solution. Write the ratio and multiply or divide the same numerator and denominator by the same non-zero number. Solution. 20 to 25 equals 20 divided by 5 over 25 divided by 5 divided by 5 which equals to 4 over 5. 20 over 25 equals to 20 times 3 over 25 times 3, which equals to 60 over 75. B. 3 over 4. Solution. This ratio is already in the simplest form, so you can't divide, but you can still multiply. 3 over 4 equals to 3 times 2 over 4 times 2, which equals to 6 over 8. 3 over 4 can also equal to 3 times 10 over 4 times 7, which equals to 30 over 40. Determining whether ratios are proportional. A proportion is an equation stating that two ratios are equal, and the proportions A over B equals to C over D. A and D are called extremes, and B and C are called means. These definitions are easier to remember when you write the proportion in columns, because the extremes are on the exterior and the means are in the middle. The ratios form a proportion if and only if the product of the means is equal to the product of the extremes. Means and extremes product properties. For any A and C or non-zero B and D, A over B equals to C over D if and only if AD equals to BC. Examples. 3 over 5 equals 9 over 15 because 3 times 15 equals 4 times 15, and they both equal to 45. 7 over 10 does not equal to 2 over 3 because 7 times 3 equals to 21, and 10 times 2 equals to 20. If the two ratios form a proportion, those ratios are called proportional or in proportion. Do cross multiplication. A to B equals to C to D. AD is the product of the extremes, and BC is the product of the means. A proportion is a name we give to a statement that two ratios are equal. That it can be written in two ways. Two equal fractions, A over B equals to C over D, or using columns A to B, or equals to C to D. When two ratios are equal, then the cross product of the ratio are equal. That is for the cross product of the ratio are equal. That is for the proportion A to B equals to C to D, or A times B equals to B times C. 3 over 5 equals to 21 over 35. Example 2. Determine whether the ratios are proportional. A 4 over 6 and 10 over 15. Solution. Method A. Use the means exchange product property. 4 times 15 equals to 6 times 10. 60 equals to 60. It is proportional. The method B simplifies the ratio and then compare them. 4, 6, and equals to 4 divided by 2 over 6 divided by 2, which equals to 2 over 3. 10 over 15 equals to 10 divided by 5 over 15 divided by 5 equals to 2 over 3. 4 over 6 and 10 over 15 are proportional. Problem. If our family has 2 over 5 children still living in this household, and our neighbors have 4 over 10 children still living in this household, what is the proportion? Since 2 over 5 and 4 over 10 are equivalent, they are proportional. But then to find out if they are, you could multiply by 2 to 2 over 5 which equals to 4 of 10. And you can divide 410 by 2. So equals to 2 over 5. So 2 over 5 equals to 410, and 410 equals to 2 over 5. Thank you for watching. I really appreciated it.